election time for a lot of people, and it's not always a good thing.
No, that's why we often get more depressed and down at Christmas, because partially we look back and we think, well, this is where I wanted to be at this time of year, and oh, I'm not. And so we can start to beat ourselves up and feel quite bad because we're not where we want to be. And the other thing that sort of affects us at this time of year is we look forward and we think, what I'd love next year to be like, but I don't know if it's going to be. And so we start to get not only regrets and beating ourselves up and feeling like a bit of a failure for this year, but we tend to have not as much hope as we could have for the following year. So all of that kind of culminates at this time of year, unfortunately.
So that's that. I've had a hell of a year, and next year I'm hoping it'll be okay.
Yes, but
syndrome.
if your hope isn't big, because through the year, if you've let life get on top of you, you've sort of gone down, 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 your level of hope has gone down with you. And so looking forward, it doesn't look as bright. Perhaps it is bright, but your ability to see that is less because you've let things get on top of you.
Christmas itself, I mean, it's the demands of family, and I mean, the last thing you really want to do is go and have a Christmas day with a whole lot of strangers, but you've been talked into going to Aunt so-and-so's place. That's pretty tough as well.
It is tough. We've talked about this before, that you feel that you need to, it's the happiest time of the year, right? So you feel that you've got to put your happy mask on and make everyone happy and have a joyful day. Well, you might not be feeling joyful. And it's also quite a lot of pressure to make everyone happy, like your family. Suddenly, this one day at Christmas, I've got to make everyone in my family really happy. And that's a pretty hard ask.
It is. It's a lot of hard work for whoever it is in the kitchen as well. So,
True.
so that's really, it is a sort of the end of the year type scenario that people do get really depressed and get low.
They do, and a lot of suicides come in the new year, and I think it's partly the culmination of that, what's gone, not only what the year that's been, but as I said, looking forward to the new year. And if we think that we haven't got enough to look forward to, and if we think that we can't achieve what we want to achieve or be where we want to be on our journey in life, we need a bit of extra help. Thank you, Rob.
I'm just going to hold this book up because this is actually a very clever book. I've read it and I suddenly realised that I can make myself happy.
Yes, it's a toolbox really to increase your own level of happiness, no matter what your starting point is, and improve your own enjoyment of life.
Where do we get a copy? I mean, I got mine directly from you.
They are on Amazon now for those who are
the big
offshore,
A.
the big A. But you get a better quality book buying it from my website, which is go to heighteningyouhappiness.com.
We'll put that up for you because it's good. And it's about $34 to suddenly have a life change.
Yeah, you can change your own life with that book.
Because one of the things that I find is that you say, well, be happy and think about all the positive things. When you're up to your neck in alligators, it's hard to remember that you're there to actually drain the swamp.
I'm going to swap analogies with you. I've got a favourite analogy. It's this. Imagine that I've got a dirty, muddy hole in my garden, my backyard or in my paddock, and I say to you, Rob, can you go and clean it out? And you go, sure. And you go to find the most pristine water in the world, and you bring back this big container of this pristine, pure water, and you tip it in the muddy hole. Have you cleaned it out? No. Thing is, and so if the clean water represents positive, you can't just think positive. You can't just try and be positive and put that in. You have to clean out the dirt first.
Right.
And the negative, you have to clean out the negative thoughts, negative beliefs, negative emotions. And it's only then, when you've freed yourself of those, that you can start to be positive.
Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense because and I like your other little story that you have about the tape recorder, and
Yes.
you can tell yourself as long as you want to.
Well, we've got a conscious mind and a subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is so powerful. It's between 95 to 99% of your mind, and that's where your programs run, the beliefs that you picked up in childhood, and a lot of the time you say to yourself, oh, now I understand myself, I can change. But actually you can't, because the subconscious mind is like a tape player. It can only play the program it's got. You can talk to it for as long as you like, it can't change. But as you know, Rob, one of the biggest tool in my toolbox is a form of energy psychology known as EFT, and it's the equivalent of pressing the record button and recording over those programs. And that's what I use to get really big changes with people. And there's a whole chapter on that in the book that you can use it on yourself.
Exactly, and so you can actually... That big turnaround is the big one that people go, yeah, but...
Yeah, because people have tried counselling, people have tried psychology, psychologists, they've tried this, that, the next thing. I'm not saying anything against those people, they do wonderful work, but for some people, they go, yeah, I've tried that and I haven't got where I wanted to be. And the reason is we need something stronger to change those programs.
Well, thank you, and a very Merry Christmas to you, and I hope that all is I know that you will have a happy one.